Hi, welcome to a chef called Rhonda. I'm Rhonda and this is my kitchen. And today I'm going to show you how to make the classic Italian pepper biscuit, also known as pepper sticks. These savory Italian biscuits are satisfyingly crisp and slightly crumbly. They are all occasion biscuits as well. You can serve them as part of your antipasto or a savory treat that goes well with your hot espresso or even a hot tea. Grab your trusty wooden spoon. We'll all meet back in the kitchen while I show you how to make that authentic Italian pepper biscuit. While I glove up, I want to introduce you to our ingredients. Today I'm working with 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of your good quality baking powder, 1 teaspoon and a half of good quality sea salt, 1 tablespoon and a half of a very good quality fennel seed. I'm also working with a combination of white pepper and your traditional ground black pepper, about 1.25 teaspoons of the pepper. I'm also working with 1 cup of Pinot Grigio and 1 cup of oil. Now, oil, that's a key here. I've combined about 1/3 cup of your light olive oil with the remains being vegetable oil. That said, this recipe can be utilized with canola, safflower, sunflower, or your traditional vegetable oil. If you choose to use an olive oil, I would stay with the light olive oil variety. I'm using 1 cup in total of oil. Lastly, I have 1 room temperature egg, and that is simply for an egg wash. Already preheated 375-degree oven. Cominciamo. Let's get started. To the all-purpose flour, very simply, I'm going to add our baking powder, our salt, and yes, we're adding all the dry ingredients together. And with my wire whisk, I'm just going to gently incorporate my baking powder and my salt. Use about a good teaspoonful of your pepper here because we want to get a nice peppery flavor. Next, I'm going to add our good quality organic fennel seed, and I wish you could smell it. A little over a tablespoon. Back in with my whisk. Recipe to make, very tasty, and they look so beautiful. I'm using 2 traditional baking sheets with Silpat, and of course if you would like to use parchment paper on the baking sheets, that's perfectly fine too. Can you see that? Just a nice little well at the bottom. I'm going to add our 1 cup of oil, like so, just like so. 1 cup of dry white vino. That dough, that nice flavor. I like to say that the wine adds shelf life to the biscuit. I'm going to go in with my silicone spatula. My trusty wooden spoon is right beside me here. Just going to incorporate all of the ingredients. So it's super easy, super healthy, super delicious, and it makes a really pretty presentation on the table. The ingredients start to pull away from the sides of the bowl. You know now it's time. So can you see that? Watch. I have my dough. I'll place it down on the cutting board, and I'm just going to take it and fold it and come back again, fold it and turn it. One more time. You don't want to over knead now. Now we have our pepper biscuit dough. Can you see all the little specks inside? Okay, so now that we have our pepper biscuit dough or pepper stick dough all ready, I'm going to wrap it. So once our dough has been wrapped in plastic, I will leave it on the cutting board for between 10 and 12 minutes so the flavors can marry. Hi to all my subscribers. Thank you. Many, many thanks for subscribing to A Chef Called Rhonda. It's always healthy, always delicious, and always fun. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. As always, I'll have this recipe scrolling at the end of today's cooking show, as well as posted in the description box. Time to crack our room temperature egg. And what we'll do here is we'll create a nice egg wash, baby whisk, and pop the yolk and just kind of whisk it. Grandmother taught me to add a teeny tiny bit of tap water, maybe 1.5 teaspoons to the egg. Set our egg wash aside, like so. Time to unwrap our dough. I'm using a pastry cutter today, about, I want to say 2 inches in diameter and maybe 3 or 4 inches long. I'm going to roll out my Pepper biscuit like so. I'm going to clean my ends, and each Pepper biscuit should be the same length. Sometimes you can make them as a specialty gift too. They make a great little specialty gift, you know, all the same size. Pop them in a cellophane bag and then put a nice bright bow and a name tag. They make a great little treat that way. About maybe an 8 to 10 inch rope like so. So they should be between 8 and 10 inches long. I'm going to show you a few more and then we'll get on with it. We'll bake them for about 20 minutes just until they're golden brown. I do like to clean my ends with my pastry cutter, and that when you're rolling, you're using all of your phalanges, all of your fingers to roll. Okay, that makes a nice, successfully even pepper stick. Many thanks for subscribing to a chef called Rhonda. It's always healthy, always delicious, and always fun. If you haven't subscribed to a chef called Rhonda, please consider subscribing to a chef called Rhonda. This recipe is easy as 1, 2, 3. They can be made inside of an hour, and you can look like, whoop, I am the chef at the dinner party. Whew, I'm telling you, super easy, super simple to make with such a big, bold present. I have 16 here. Can you see that? Let me bring it up close. Can you see that? They're all about the same size. A couple of tips. You want to try to make them all the same length, all the same shape, all the same size. A little bit thicker in the center. It's not mandatory that you egg wash the tops. You can bake them without doing so, but I just like that extra bit of specialness. It gives it that nice finish, kind of professional look to it, nice sheen. Our egg onto the second batch, like so. Yep, having fun in Rhonda's kitchen. Okay, so we just removed our first tray of Pepper biscuits, or Pepper sticks, from the oven. Can you see that? Can you see the golden brown? Let me lift the bottom and the front. Whoa, they're very hot. Can you see that? And on the bottom, they're just ever so golden brown. See that? Can you see that? Just a little bit decorative. And again, the recipe makes approximately 30 to 36 pepper sticks. That said, it's the moment of truth. Let's take a big, big bite. Oh my God. The fennel is almost like that secret ingredient, and you end up saying, what's that? And with a hot cup of coffee, you can't go wrong. I hope you enjoyed today's cooking show. From my kitchen to yours, it's always healthy, always delicious, and always fun. I bid you arrivederci, mangia, ciao, bye.